Before I get into this video, I want to address an issue. I understand that a lot of you guys are having an issue with this Brawl, and you're not alone. And I want to go ahead and address this. I noticed that a lot of spellcasters keep spamming a lot of this stuff, and the only way you can do it is by interrupting their spells. And the fact that I had to use this to basically point out the issue in PvP, and I understand a lot of hunters have been getting their asses owned and getting attacked. The fact is, it's okay to lose a battle, but I want to go ahead and show you my spec and my crap gear that I put together. And you can see right here, this is the spec that I'm using, and a lot of the Azerite abilities are pretty much shitty. Now, the only thing I want to tell you is the only way to stop and prevent these people from attacking other players is by interrupting their spell abilities, considering that it would actually help your fellow players and they will thank you for it. And the fact that I had to do this because this spec was pretty much the only way to get through, considering I had to use a bear tank to basically help through this, considering I had to spec this bear into tenacity, and the fact that this actually helped me a lot. You can see that everything that I put together in this spec, it was the only way to prevent PvP players from being over dominant in the situation. You may notice that some of the specs are pretty much not that great, and you can modify it as you wish. And you can see that in this video I'm going to present to you in the temple. Considering you get haste, a lot of haste, chances are you're going to be dealing with a lot of spellcasters, and a lot of these spellcasters will depend on trying to overshoot their abilities as best as possible. And the only way to prevent them, you have to prevent all spellcasters from casting. And you may notice that I use Stinger in order to interrupt them and silence them for 4 seconds. That gives you a chance to actually have some advantage in PvP, considering that they have been trying to try to kill me in this situation. You do have a dominant chance to defeat them. Considering there are some good players, keep in mind these were not the best players in the game. I actually had to modify my abilities just to go ahead and go after the, because it's basically an anti-magic spec to basically prevent and interrupt them, because of the fact that they've been focusing firing on one player. And the only way to prevent the attacks is to go after players that are spell casting. That's how you should do it, and that's how you should operate as a hunter. And even if you can't really kill them all as best as possible, as you can see in the video, which I will present in a few minutes, you will see the results of this PvP. So anyways, guys, here we go.
It's hard to say.
Noticed that the team that we were up against wasn't that good because of the fact we realized that they kept using the same comp over and over, which is Warlock, Mage, and it's always the same class using the Greater Fireball spell just to take down players. It's always been that way, and we realized maybe we should interrupt these players because they keep spamming the same abilities, especially in this brawl, especially taking advantage of the 70% haste ability that allows them to take advantage of it. You may notice that they always do this all the time, and I realized maybe I should really try to focus on interrupting them more often. The more I do it, the more I can save a life. And that's the truth of the matter. You have to really be a team player, even if you're not good. And I'm not claiming to be good, but you saw in the video I tried my best to stop and putting pressure on a lot of these spellcasters because of the fact that they depend on those spellcasters a lot. And I tried my best to basically stop them. And I had to thank the Warrior and other players because they were whooping some ass too. And they actually played their class very well by interrupting them. The more you interrupt them, the better chance of saving everyone's on the team, saving everyone. Even though melee was dominating sometimes, but we realized we need to focus on the spellcasters because they were the more dangerous out of the bunch that tried to always do this, especially when you're up against an alliance team like this and they're always using the same comp, which is warlocks or any other range class. They always try to dominate with the same spec, which is fire mage, warlock, or balanced druid, which are the bigger dangerous ones that you should focus on and interrupt them, silence them as best as possible because they are the most dangerous out of the bunch that you should try to focus on, especially healers. You also have to interrupt them, and you notice that we dominated by basically being a team, and that's how it works, and I was being a team player. So anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below and tell me what you guys think of this video and give me some feedback, possibly something that would actually make more sense for me to understand and also hear you guys out. You can criticize me all you want, but I'm just trying to learn. Anyways, guys, take care. Bye-bye.